Hi, welcome to your monthly video golf newsletter. My name is Scott Seiferlein, PGA Golf Guru and owner of GrandRapidsGolfLesson.com. I want to thank you for subscribing to this newsletter, and I'm sure you're going to love it. I've loaded it up with some good content that's really going to help you with your golf game. I've also included some fun stories from the golf course to keep things moving along, and some good insight from some other books that I've been involved with and have published myself. So thank you again for subscribing. Without further ado, let's get started. Welcome to this month's video golf newsletter, and this month we are highlighting how to hit pitch shots out of the rough. And this example here, you can see we've got some deep rough here that our golf ball is in. And oftentimes when we're in this scenario, it's hard to control your distance out of this rough. You either leave it way short or the ball comes out with no spin. So I want to highlight a couple features that will allow you to hit this shot softer out of this rough and yet have the control so that it doesn't come up way short. One thing that we want to look at when we're in this rough, a lot of times we think that we have to hit down on the golf ball. That's actually not true. Your perception is that that ball is way down there and that you have to dig it out, so that you would swing something like this here and dig it out. You can see how deep that club was into the ground. And when we hit the ground like that, the ball can often come out very hot if we hit the ball first and then it flies across the green. Or if we hit the ground before the contact with the golf ball and we're digging that much into the ground, it causes the ball to come up way short. So here's a scenario where it looks like that golf ball is way down there, but keep in mind, when you're in the rough, there's still always cushion underneath that golf ball. It's rare that the ball will actually be on the ground. So let's say, for example, this grass is 3.5 inches tall. That ball is down 1.5 to 2 inches. That means there's still about 1 inch there between that golf ball and the ground. So you don't actually have to hit the ground and dig that golf ball out of there in this scenario. So when we have this shot, instead of putting the club right down into the ground behind the golf ball, we can hover it a little bit. So you can see how I've got that club up in the air that's off the ground. And then when I'm making some rehearsal swings to get the feel for how deep I want to go, I'm just trying to feel that I can go through without digging. So again, it's using the bounce feature. If you missed the bounce feature in one of our previous sessions, the bounce happens when this side, the heel side of the club, hits into the ground more than the toe side. And that also allows for, you can see that the lead edge of the club is up off the ground at the point of contact. And that will allow the club to bounce through instead of dig. If you've got that toe down and you're leading the lead edge in, it will dig right into the ground. So digging would look like this type of setup. The hands are forward, the toe is lower than the heel, and it digs right in. You can hear that sound. It's just an awful sound and the ball doesn't come out very solid. So we want to use the bounce feature by having the toe up slightly, and then the club cuts through the grass much more efficiently. You can see how it moves through. It doesn't get stuck in the grass, and that allows the ball to come out much softer and much more efficiently. One key to this golf shot is to make sure that your core, your chest, your hips, your whole core of your body and your arms move through together. You can see how I've moved those through the golf shot together, and that will help add the distance control factor. If I just come into impact and I don't move the core through and I just move the club head through, the ball can shoot off the green very easily. So let's see how we do here. I've got a lofted club. This happens to be a 61-degree wedge. I'm just going to move through this, utilizing the bounce on the club. You can see it comes out very nice and soft. So I've got some distance control there. And that's how you do that. If I dig it, then it's going to come up much shorter or much longer. We'll do that one more time, and we'll watch the bounce feature. There's a good bounce in that one. It went in some good depth in the grass, so I wasn't hitting the top of the grass. It wouldn't be like that, hitting the top of the grass where I'd bladed across. And it also didn't dig into the ground where there was no divot there. So you want to make sure you're not taking divots on these golf shots. And then the ball comes off much softer and much more efficiently. So that's how you hit pitch shots out of the rough around the green. Now go make some birdies.